Hi, welcome to Elaine Enlightenings's video blog number 45. Today we're on lesson 35 in A Course in Miracles. My mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. This idea will seem very foreign to us because we're still attached to the world that we see. And until we make the shift of recognizing that we are creating this world that we see, and that we're making whatever we want out of it, it's going to be difficult for us to understand that we are holy. The world we see pretty much reflects the opposite of who we are most of the time, if not all the time. So, you will believe that you are a part of where you think you are. It's really important. So we are going to tap today's lesson. I'm going to incorporate whatever is going on with me today. And of course these are things, limiting beliefs that are coming from the past. And the idea is to apply this lesson to whatever you see yourself as. And you're welcome to tap along, and you can repeat after me. And whether or not they resonate with you as being who you are, it doesn't matter. Your mind will draw parallels to what you do see yourself as. You can change the words out, or you can just allow your mind to do it. Our minds are very powerful. We don't have to strain at this. Now, I may do more than what you are feeling willing to do or ready. That's fine. You don't want to strain at all in this lesson. And force doesn't work. The ego will always rebel against force. So the idea is just to work with whatever's coming up, and I'm just going to use I'm just going to use what's going on for me as examples. And because I am an EFT holistic coach, I realize that everything happens for a reason. And right before the video, I knocked the Course in Miracles off accidentally with my elbow, the book. And it fell open I lost my bookmark where I had it, and it fell open. And I realized there was a message there, so I left it open to that page. And whether I'm supposed to incorporate that into the tapping, we'll see if that happens. But I know there was a message there for me, and so if I share that, you'll know why, because that was given to me. So we're going to be naming the things we see ourselves as, and then we're going to add the very important main phrase for the day. And this is always about shifting our perception. So as long as we believe that we're in this world, it's going to be difficult for us to see ourselves as holy, and that's okay. Just accept that as okay. And I had a lot of resistance to doing this lesson. It's been different than some of the other ones I've mentioned I had resistance on. But as far as the story, I actually didn't even approach this lesson until several hours had gone by, and I usually start my morning when I wake up with my lesson. And I allowed myself to sabotage that, and that's okay. I'm just aware of it. So I'm going to carry this lesson over in tomorrow as a result of that, not as a punishment, but because I want to make sure that I have devoted a full day to this lesson and given myself at least 3 of the longer periods, like I'm going to show you an example here. And I tap on my body when I'm doing my lessons. And as we're going to do this one, I'm going to kind of stick to the lesson as opposed to diverging unless I feel guided to do so. But the idea here is to allow our bodies to make the shift. Our bodies are a learning mechanism and can help us with this process very much if we tune into the messages there. So you want to tune into your emotions, your feelings, and also any other messages you're getting in your body while you're doing this. All right. Okay, so let's get started. Take a deep breath. get yourself grounded, start on karate chop. Even though my mind is a part of God's, I am very holy. I see myself having many limits still. I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. I see myself as directionally challenged. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as forgetful. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as easily confused. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as imposed upon. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as judged. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as determined. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I'm going to pause for a second. You'll notice as we progress through, kind of start out with some more negative things and maybe some positive ones kind of go in there. And we want to address those the same as we do the perceived negative ones, because it's all images that we've created. It's all stuff we want to let go of, even the stuff that's perceived as good. I see myself as obsessive. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as motherly. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as protective. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as honorable. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. As we go through these, we just want to be sure, remember to be not discriminating about what comes up. So in other words, we just add whatever's coming up, whether it seems good or bad, being judged by the ego. And just realize the direction of our fantasies are still needing to be let go of. They're still images. I see myself as virtuous. But my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as friendly. But my mind is a part of God's. And I'm very holy. I see myself as uptight, but my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as detail-oriented, but my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as a seeker, but my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as consistent, but my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I see myself as generous, but my mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I can escape from the world I see by giving up my attack thoughts. I can escape the world I see by giving up my attack thoughts. about being directionally challenged and forgetful and detail-oriented. A planner. A seeker. About being spiritual. Protective. Motherly. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. My mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. Okay, take a deep breath. So I did feel guided to incorporate that lesson. If it didn't make sense to you, it's okay. Your higher self mind already understands and knows this. It's just about remembering. We don't have to get rid of anything. We don't have to push anything away. We just want to let go. We're holding tight to these identities that we talked about here, and all these identities are blocks to the light. Okay, so that's it for today. For private coaching, tapwhiteunlimited.com/coaching. Remember that light is unlimited and spreads across the world in quiet joy. Blessings. Bye-bye.